Here's a quick video about some objects hidden by the curvature. Photographs taken long distance with some narrowband astrophotography filters. I saw a guy taking some pictures with an IR filter and I thought, hey, I got a bunch of filters. I normally use them to take pictures of nebula and that sort of stuff with astrophotography, but why not use a terrestrial? Maybe it might make a difference looking at one end of the visible spectrum versus the other end of the visible spectrum in a very narrow bandwidth. And I thought I'd give it a try at one of my favorite, it's a fishing spot. Actually, there's a fishing pier there at the Dumbarton Bridge. The old bridge is gone. It goes out a certain ways, and some people go fishing there. But I'm down on the shore, and I'm about 5 feet above the water because I don't want to take my telescope and my expensive camera and filters and all that stuff near the salt water. It's actually kind of a mix between fresh and salt, but it's not the best water to be getting all over your equipment. So my very first subject, of course, was the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge, which is very visible from this site. And here's some facts about that thing. It's about 526 feet tall, the tower, from water level to the top. That's about 160 meters. There's about 220 feet of clearance during high tide between the bottom of the bridge and the water level. That's so the boats know that if you're over 67 meters, you may not want to go under the bridge during high tide. There's been some pretty cool pictures of boats trying to get underneath that were just about that height. They had to wait for low tide before they could make their pass. It was fun to watch. So anyway, I was about 24.67 miles away, and here's a map in case you don't believe me. So using the curve calculator, this one here is from Metabunk, and it came out with about 295 feet average that should be hidden. And there's a bunch of different curve calculators, or you can do it yourself if you feel so inclined. And here's a picture of the bridge in hydrogen alpha. I did it in black and white and kind of filtered out the red. It was kind of red and hazy, and it didn't look all that great. And then you can see there is some debris on my filters or on the lenses and stuff like that. You see a bunch of little specks and some little hairs and stuff. It really doesn't detract from what we're seeing here. You see those light posts that go across the image? That's the causeway of the San Mateo Bridge. It's much, much, much closer, but even that is hidden by the curvature at this distance. So if I use a ruler and put it on the side here, and I use a scale model of what that tower height should be, I come up with about 285 feet, and that's pretty darned close to what the curve calculators say. Here's a close-up in case you want to take a closer look. Of course, these images are here. You can always just download them and take a look at them if you'd like. Here it is in hydrogen beta, which is kind of up at the higher end, or the shorter wavelengths. And you can kind of see the X's pretty well. I mean, the image came out pretty nice, but it looks the same to me. Here it is in oxygen 3. Didn't bother to measure it. I mean, it pretty much looks the same to me. I don't know if it looks any different to you. Here's the other section of the bridge. This is what they call the eastern span. It's brand new. That was taken through an Orion Sky Glow filter, so it had those other three bandwidths basically is what it passes. And there's how much is hidden. A little bit different angles, but at least you can get some idea of how much is hidden. Next subject was downtown Oakland. It's about 22 miles away from the Dumbarton Bridge. About 21.94. Depends how precise you want to get. I tried to pick out the Tribune building. That'll become obvious in a moment. Curve calculator says there should be about 207 to 247 feet hidden. Okay. There's downtown Oakland. A lot of it A lot of it's underwater, and it's kind of hard to deny that. There's the Oakland Tribune clock tower. It's 310 feet tall. There's an old-timey picture of it's been reworked since that old-timey picture, but it's still the same height. Here's the filter characteristics and what the wavelengths are of each filter, so you can get some idea. The filter bandpass here you see is actually the what you call the Sky-Glo filter. So my methodology is kind of loose, but you know, so if I get kind of close, I think it's a success. I used 3 different filters to try to filter out any atmospheric effects, but the curve calculators did a pretty darn good job. I don't think there's any way to explain this besides curvature. If you have another idea, I mean, you know, show me your math, show me your arithmetic, show what's the model, how in the heck do you think this disappears? You can't just make up a term and say mirror. A little video. San Francisco, partially underwater. There's the bridge. There's the other part of the bridge. This is with a P900, by the way. This is not with the Meade telescope. Good luck. Hope everything works out for you.